Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setup for today. So a bit of a rejection of the 155 again, but important thing here is that we didn't follow suit on the US market. So the US market's kind of plummeted a bit after some comments by the Fed, and at the moment the DAX is still just hovering at the bottom of the range. As I said yesterday, a little bit skeptical here. I don't see us breaking down without some really strong news in Europe. And at the same time, you can see the volatility is still very much here. I don't think we're going to see much difference on the 3 hour for the week. You can see where our open was and where our current close is. And this being Thursday, 2 days left in the week. So we could continue in this fashion, leaving us with a weekly range bar, whatever you want to call it. Not really a shooting star, but let's just call it a range bar. So it's a big up, big down, big confusion. And at this stage, my upside level is pretty much finalized, and that's 15,470. So that's the level you need to get above in order for us to get a continuation. And if you look at it on the 3 hour, you can see move down, consolidation. What is the next step? You'd expect a break lower. So 1500 is still the big line in the sand. And remember, it's a weekly and monthly level support. So look at the oscillators as well. I suspect, looking at what we see now, either we are going to continue this range today, or alternatively we are going to breach the downside level. I suspect we are going to get a second level to the downside. So that's kind of my gut feel, that just looking at what's going on at the moment. And you can see from a oscillator perspective, we are now grouping the downside. So it's up, down, bit of divergence here as well. And that divergence is reverse divergence that we can see. So the trend was down, so possibly a move to the upside. Anyway, I think until we break the structure, I'm not really keen for taking a trade. You can see yesterday you had a little bit of a move to the upside, fairly big. I mean, it was a 1.3% move up, and then pretty much 1.8% move down. So that's just volatile. That's extreme volatility at the moment. So yeah, that's kind of my view at the moment. I think for the DAX, the S&P, there's a big level that I'm looking at for opportunities to buy back in there. But for the DAX at the moment, I need to see a little bit more structure, and I want it tighter. The risk to reward here is just far too big. And you're basically just going to be tossing a coin at the moment, trying to guess which way it's going. So, yeah, I think these are the two levels to pay attention to. 1500, start breaking that to downside. There's definitely going to be more downside, and it'll be basically the length of the original move down. So that would be, let's just take it to there. That would be 820 odd moves. That's a 5% move to the downside from a break of 1500. That's kind of the structure that we can see. But remember what I said, 1500, there is massive support on the weekly. You can see there it is there. So in order for us to break that, it's going to take some serious noise, or some economic driver that is going to get us to get back down to some structure around 14,200, and then a little bit lower around 13,827. So I would suspect 1,400 would be the round number that the bears would target. So yeah, that's kind of my view at the moment, but I'm going to have to see a big break below this 1,500 before me to take that trade. And it'll probably be a rapid move down as well if it does break. Anyway, so it's sit on hand until we see some structure. But basically what I'm getting at. Hope it helps, and we will catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.